Hello friends, welcome back to Shadowcraft. Today's concept is build and destroy. And when I say concept, I'm talking about helpful ideas, helpful ways of thinking that lead to helpful ways of acting that align us with the middle pillar. We're neither trying to always raise our vibration, nor are we trying to always lower our vibration. We are looking for a center point, and we call this zero vibration, emptiness, ascension, Armageddon, which ultimately leads us to our goal of samadhi. And so build and destroy. So in my right hand, I have destruction. In my left hand, I have creation. And my goal is to balance these two to create an equilibrium in the center and ultimately a transcendence of even these dualistic concepts into a whole and expanded experience. And so, yeah, that all sounds great, but how are we going to achieve this? And so, a simple way that we can start thinking and acting in this manner, when we think of, I said build and destroy, when we think of building, we're thinking of all the things that we do to build ourselves up. We're thinking of healthy eating. We're thinking of exercise. We're thinking of meditation. We're thinking of all the things that help us to build. You know, you could look at it as alkalizing and acidity, you know, if you want to use that dualistic concept. And so we're building, and it feels good. We start to feel grounded. We start to feel more present with ourselves. And that's a beautiful thing. And that's usually, you know, the side that we need to tend to first and foremost. You know, we need to be in a strong sense of building before we can then consciously destroy. And so the importance of destruction, the importance of the logical. It seems very logical to build, doesn't it? It seems very logical to do all these things that seem healthy and make us feel good. But when we get caught up in this direction, it can often create a polarity. We might still have desires for partying, drinking, whatever it might be, sex, you know, fast food, whatever it is. And it's important that we also indulge in healthy self-destruction. And so, ideas to work with are things like building yourself 5 days a week and then maybe letting go for a couple. And we're trying to find the balance between logic, the things that make sense and, you know, are logical, but in the higher states and in the expanded state, there is a point where logic must dissolve. And it is in this center point where that logic dissolves and we can ultimately step beyond our limited self and our limited experience. And so, for example, you know, healthy eating, you know, the meditation never ends, you know, it's all the time, you know, we're doing all this good stuff, we're putting good things into our body, but then that day comes and we've got to let it all go. We've got to step into the unknown. For myself, you know, I like to build hard, and then I like to just go and get drunk. You know, I like to go and do this and that. And I'm not saying that that's for everyone. And I urge you not to follow me, but I urge you to find your own balance between creation and destruction. But we must be able to hold on to our building, but we also have to be able to let go. Don't be afraid to lose yourself. Don't be afraid to go to those very challenging parts of yourself. And in those parts, you must bring the light and you must find conscious awareness. You would be amazed at something that is viewed as, you know, spiritually taboo, but when the light is brought to it, how much consciousness can be found in something that you thought that had no purpose in your spiritual journey, had no reason to your spiritual journey. And when we can find this healthy balance of creation and destruction, we can end polarization in our minds and our thoughts. We can quit the quitter. And yeah, so a healthy balance of creation and destruction. Neither trying to seek just high vibrations nor trying to seek just low vibrations. All vibration, walking samadhi, and yeah, what a party. Peace, fam.